Hey everybody, Puzzle Max here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the crazy 3x3 Jupiter cube. Up until this point, I've covered these in planet order, Mercury, Venus, Earth, but I've decided to skip Mars because it is very difficult and it uses some of the techniques from the Mercury, Venus, Jupiter cubes, Mercury, Venus, Earth cubes, as well as some of the techniques from the Jupiter puzzle. So I figured I would put the tutorial for Jupiter up first so that it would have I'd have a reference point for Mars when I get around to doing that. So this one here is a completely different redux approach than the other ones, because on this one you've only got one zero face. So on this face, the white face, that inner circle does not turn. But on the remaining five faces, all of these five faces are one faces. So the circle rotates with the turn. Because of the way this is set up, I find this to be the easiest puzzle in the series. It's still very fun, but up until now, I've been reducing these to kind of a standard crazy 3x3, kind of a piece-by-piece type of thing. This one I'm going to reduce more to an actual regular 3x3 puzzle, and it's going to solve much like that at the very end. So I'm going to go ahead and scramble this up, and then we can get started. Fully scrambled, ready to go. So on the previous puzzles, the way you approach this is by doing these inner edge pieces first. That's not the case here. Because you've only got this one zero face to worry about, this is the only face where these outer edge pieces and the inner edge pieces are going to be separated from one another. On every other face, they all hold together because they're all one faces. So taking advantage of that zero face, I'm just going to match up the outer edges with the correct inner edge colors. Because you're not worried about putting things in the right place as of yet, you have free range of motion to move things up into this one face using these zero faces as your turning points. You can almost always do at least 3 of these at a time. Sometimes you'll luck out and get 4. But for the first, I'd say 3/4 of this, you will most likely be able to do 3 edges at a time. So for example here, I've got this blue outside edge up here on the white face. So I need a blue inside edge over here. So go around and find one. There's one here. I'm just going to move it on the bottom, put it over here, and then bring it up onto that white face. So now when I turn this blue will line up with this blue. Next up, I've got an orange outside edge here. So this outside edge needs to find an inside edge here that's orange. So I'm going to do the same thing. I've got one down here on the bottom, so I can bring this up to the top. So now I can do both of those at the same time. And lastly, this outside edge that's going to move to here is yellow. So if I have a yellow inner edge here, it'll pair that up as well. So I've got an edge here. I can move this to the bottom and then bring it up here to the white face. And now with a single turn, I will match up 3 of these outside edges and inside edge combos. So just like that, those are all done. And now you just keep going. This time I'm going to start with this one, since this one's not paired up yet. I'm going to use this blue. I need another blue inside edge over here. Bring this down to the bottom and around here. Good. I need a yellow inside edge here so that this outside edge can pair to that. That one just happens to be in the right place. Bring that up there. And now I need a red inside edge here. So here I've got to do a little bit of a setup. So I'm going to try and bring this up to this position. So I'm going to first move it here. Then I'm going to move it down to the bottom. Get it out of the way so that I can bring this yellow one back up to the top where I want it to be. And now I can bring this red one up here to this white face. And now I got lucky with this one because this turn is going to fix all 4 of these. So do a single turn there, and all 4 of those paired up. So now I just need to put another one onto this white face that isn't solved yet. So this one, for example. So I have a yellow outside edge here, needs to go over here. I need to find a yellow inside edge. This one's not solved yet. Bring it up into place. Now I need white back here so that this white outside edge will line up there. I've got a white one here. Same thing. I'm just going to move it to the bottom so it's out of the way and I can turn it freely. Now I can bring this back here and then bring it up to here So now when I turn this, this yellow is going to come here to this inside edge, this white is going to come here to this inside edge, and I need a green over here for this outside edge to come to. So I've got a green inside edge sitting here waiting to go. I can move that to the bottom, out of the way for a minute, and bring it back up over here. So same thing, I'm just going to make a single turn, pair those up, and then just keep going. So I've got a red one here. Let's do it opposite direction. It doesn't matter which way you go with these, so this is kind of fun to see. This red is going to pair up with this red over here with a clockwise turn this time. Now, do I have an orange back here that I need to use? I do not have an orange inside piece. So what that means is that this orange inside piece needs to go here. That'll take care of itself later. For now, I just want to put something here that's not already solved so that I don't mess up what I've already done. So that works. Let's get that out of the way. And there's actually, I lied, there is another orange, but we'll do it this way for now. I'm just going to bring this down here. So even though this red is going to go here, this orange is going to come to this white, but this orange is going to come to this orange. So it's only going to fix two of them here, but you can do this kind of haphazard. You don't really have to be too careful about things. As long as you don't mess up what you've already reduced, you're not going to hurt anything else. So even in situations like that, it's not too big of a deal. This white one I can put to pair up with this, but I can't just turn it like that. So if I just turn this, it obviously messes things up. I can't just turn this white inside edge here so that this outside edge can pair up with it. I've got to get it down to a one face first. So if I bring it all the way down to the bottom, down here, then I can just turn it over and bring it up here. So now that can go. And now, as I said last time, in this case, this orange and this orange are the ones that need to pair up. But because there's still other things here that are messed up, I'm not worried about trying to fix those perfectly right now. So let's find some other stuff that needs to be fixed. This yellow and blue needs to go up here, so it's in a position. So now this white outside edge is going to go here. This orange outside edge is going to come here. Let's see if I have a blue inside edge that I can put here to fix this. There's one there, so I can bring it over here, bring it up, and bring it into this position. So that's good to go. So now a single turn there. And I can start with either one of these colors, it doesn't matter. Because this orange needs to pair with this orange inside edge, I know that much, I'm just going to move this over to here. So same thing, I'm just going to move it down to the bottom, bring it over one so it's underneath where I want it to be, and bring it up. So now this orange is going to pair up with this orange inside. I need a white inside edge if I have one here. So there's one. I can bring this around here. And now a green inside edge needs to go here. And there's one sitting there. So same thing, I'm just going to bring it out of the way. Oh, actually I got lucky, even better. So I'm just going to bring these around and it's going to match up a few of them here. Now I've got this white with this yellow inside edge. So let's find a white inside edge that needs to be fixed. There's one, I can bring it up to this position. And let's see, I'm pretty close to done here. I've got a few that need to go. I don't have any more yellow inside edges that aren't already fixed, so I can't put that there yet. So I'm just going to try and find something to put here that isn't already reduced. So this will work, it's not reduced yet. Put that into that position, get that back up to where it belongs. And now this I can put here because it's not reduced yet, and it'll just, this green inside edge will work with this green outside edge. So bring that up to there. Single turn here is going to fix a couple of these. Now I've got this yellow inside edge and this yellow outside edge. I can work with those. I can bring this yellow one over here so that this yellow outside edge will pair up with it. Bring it down to the bottom, over one, and back up to here. Let's see, I've got blue here, so that tells me somewhere on here there's a blue inside edge that isn't fixed yet. It's down here. Bring this to this position and bring it all the way up. And now this red needs to go to red, but I'm pretty sure I've got everything else reduced completely on the puzzle. In this situation, I just need to put a complete red piece here, so that when I do make the turn, the red outside edge will come to a red inside edge, and this red outside edge will come to another red inside edge. Won't hurt anything. Sometimes you'll end up with two that you need to fix, and you'll just have to put those two side by side, and then two of the same colors on the other two positions. But it's really just a completely intuitive thing, just a matter of keeping track of what you need to reduce and how you place it. So this final turn, and now all of the edges are completely reduced. So for the next step, we need to worry about reducing the corners. This is it seems a little more difficult, but it's really just as easy once you get things rolling. In order to do that, I need to have 4 edges of the same color up here on this white face, so that when I make a turn on this 0 face, it doesn't mess up any of those edges. You can use any 4 of the same color, doesn't matter what color you use, but just for the way things work, I like doing it just by putting the correct edges in the correct place. So I'm just going to solve the white cross in the right place now. Just being mindful that I can't make turns on this white face. I have to do all of my turns on the 1 faces from now on, unless I'm trying to reduce something. So let's bring this down here. Let's see, there's my white green. I can pair that up. White orange. Normally I would just turn this, but can't do that because I don't want to turn this white face. So I'm just going to bring this white orange down to the bottom, pair the orange up with the orange center, and bring it up. Now I've got the blue and white here. I'm going to bring that around to the blue center, bring it up there, and the red and white is here. I'm just going to line that up and put it into place. And now my white cross is done. So now any turns that I make up here are going to change the corners, change how the corners are reduced, but it's not going to impact any of the edges. It's just going to change where they're located, which is an easy fix at the end as well. This is pretty much the exact same thing. I just need to find inside corner pieces that match the outside corner that's going to move. So for example, here I've got a red outside corner that's going to move over to here. So I need to put a red inside corner in this position. So I've got one here. You can use any kind of up, down, down movements, or just corner replacement movements that you choose. Like that, I rotated that corner in position so it fits there. Now this orange is going to come over to here. The orange outside is going to match up with the orange inside over here. That works fine. I can leave that where it is. And now let's see if I can find a yellow inside corner piece here so that this one will pair up there as well. I've got one here. I can just bring this around. I'm going to bring this up to here, move it out of the way because I want to keep my white cross reduced so that I can make turns without hurting anything. And now I've got that there. So now just a single turn here, and those 3 are done. And it really is that simple. You just have to keep going until all of your corners are reduced. So I'm going to go a little quickly here because, like I said, this is, in my opinion, a very easy reduction. So I've got orange outside here. I'm going to put this orange inside piece up here. That's in place. Do I have a red inside piece that I can put here? There's one. So same type of thing. I'm just going to bring this down, put that in position, bring it back up. And now do I have another yellow inside piece that I can put here? There's one. So bring it over here. I'm just going to bring it up. And now that's in place. And again, another single turn, and I got lucky and just so happened to reduce all 4 of them. In this situation, I just need to put something new up here that isn't reduced yet. Doesn't matter what, as long as I keep my white cross so that I can still make turns on it. So that's done. Now I need to find a blue inside edge to put over here. Let's see. So I've got one here. I'm just going to bring it over. Put that into place. Now I need a green inside edge for over here. Got one down here. I'm just going to bring this out and then put it into place right up here. And a red inside edge would be very nice over here so that the red outside can match with the red inside. I've got one here. few quick turns, and now that all those are ready to go, I can just make a single turn on this white face and reduce those. Now I need a white inside edge here so that this outside edge will pair up with it. I've got this here. I know that I can rotate this counterclockwise by just doing up, up, down, down twice. Rotated that. Now I need an orange inside edge or inside corner for up here. I've probably said edge and corner incorrectly multiple times through this, and I apologize, but like I said, this is a very simple solve, and I am going kind of quickly here. So this blue one, I need to come up here so that this outside corner blue can match up with the inside corner. Just like that. Now I can just make a single turn, and more have been reduced. Need another white inside corner piece to go here. Let's see. It's back here, already in a place. I can just get it off of that top face, bring it around to where I want it, and then bring it up to here. That's done. I need another yellow inside corner, if I've got one, to go here. And I do not. So, let's see. I don't have any other yellow inside corners except for this one, which is attached to a piece I'm already using, so that's not too helpful. But I do have two other corners here that haven't been reduced yet, so I can just use those and potentially fix something else in the process. So let's bring this red inside corner up to here, just like that. And this green inside corner can come up to here. So just going to put that in position. Now in this spot, let's see what I fix and what else needs to be fixed. So if I just make a single turn here, it fixed the white one here, but I still have some issue. But now I have this yellow inside corner that I can use to fix this yellow outside corner. So I'm going to bring this one over to here. Just going to get it off that top face and bring it into this position. And now I have orange outside. Do I have an orange inside corner somewhere that I can use? There's one here, so let's just bring this, excuse me, bring this down to the bottom and put it into this position. All right, now that that's in position, let's see what I got. I don't have any, let's see, all right, I've got some blue inside corner pieces that need to go up here that I can use to reduce this with. That's good to go. And now a single turn here will reduce a few things. So let's see what I've got left. I've got a white and, or yellow and red corner combo here, a red and yellow corner combo here, a green and blue corner combo here, and a blue and green corner combo here. So let's see what I can fix. Because these two are attached, I'm not going to be able to fix everything all at once. So let's just start with this red and yellow. Going to get this off and bring this yellow inside corner up here to this top face. Now, in this circumstance, you could put one of the other pieces that's incorrect up here and work with it from there. But the easiest thing to do, because I know that these two need to swap, is to just put two corners of the same color as one of these in these positions. So for example, if I put a red correct corner in that position and a solved red corner in that position, now when I make this turn to fix this yellow outside corner with this, it's also going to repair all three of these red outside corners, just like that. And same thing, I think I've got a couple more to go. Here's my blue and green. Let's go ahead and put that up onto the top, ready to be repaired. There it is. And here's the green and blue. Put that up on the top, ready to go. So now I need to find two corners of the same color that I want to put up here. So let's go green. I've got a green one sitting here. And another green one here. In this case, in these situations, it doesn't matter which of these colors you use. I could have put two blue ones here and it would have solved just as well. But just because I had the green ones handy, I used those. So make a turn there, and now all of my corners have also been completely reduced. So from here, you may end up with a spot where your white edges aren't correctly lined up with the necessary centers. That's a common occurrence and it's easy fix. All you have to do is put 4 corners of the same color on the white face. Doesn't matter what color they are. Here I have green on 3 of them, so I would just find my 4th green one and put that there. And now I can turn this white face without messing anything else up. It's not going to mess up the edges. It's not going to mess up the corners. It's just going to move their locations. So I can move the location of all of these white edges around the puzzle freely. From this point, all you have to do is solve it like a regular 3x3. And the only thing you really need to do is make sure that you don't make any downturns. After you have your cross done, put that white cross on the bottom. After all those are in the right place, now you just can't turn that down face because it's a 0 face and you run the risk of messing up corners and things. So I'm just going to go ahead and solve this fairly quickly. I imagine if you're looking at a video like this, you probably know how to solve a regular 3x3. I'm going to use a kind of slow, intuitive F2L type method. So I've paired up the red and blue corner with the red and blue edge. Let's see, I've got the green and red corner, green and red edge with the green, red, and white corner. I can pair that up. Here's my green and orange edge and my green, orange, and white corner. Pair those up. And last but not least, the orange and blue. Put that into place. And now I can put that pair in correctly. Now F2L is completely done. Again, I still have to be careful not to use any D-turns, especially for OLL and PLL algorithms, but you can use any you choose as long as they don't involve that D-turn. So I'm just going to go with a kind of straight up beginner method approach here. I'm certainly not a speed solver by any means, but I just enjoy solving these casually, and I have lots of different methods that I can solve them with. So I've got my yellow cross done on top. Now I'm going to go ahead and place these corners correctly. And from here, with just a few Soon and left-hand Soon corner rotations, I can fix the rest of these. And there you go. I realize I went much quicker here than I did on previous ones, but this is a very easy puzzle. And once you see what you're doing when you start reducing edges and reducing corners, it makes perfect sense. And from there, you'll be able to figure that out. And then after that, it's just a matter of getting that white cross in place and solving it like a regular 3x3, just from the bottom up. So hopefully that was easy enough to follow and made a little bit of sense. This is a very cool puzzle. It's lots of fun. And it's a great addition to any collection, as are all of the planets in this series. So I hope that was helpful. And as always, happy solving.